Station 19, a spin-off of Grey's Anatomy, follows the lives of the firefighters who work in a fictitious Seattle fire station and take risks with their lives every day. The program focuses on their professional and personal lives simultaneously. As the show entered its sixth season, the plot is more intense than ever. When lightning struck a helicopter in episode 6, the team was diverted from hosting a fire boot camp for young women. Natasha then asks Jack to take over for Vic and run the camp. As the storm gets worse outside, Karina and Maya's relationship heats up even more. In Station 19, Season 6, Episode 7, Maya is taken to Grey Sloan following an accident at the firehouse. When she rejects Karina's medical advice, their friendship changes dramatically. The men at Firehouse 51 meet the older women they meet on a scavenger hunt, and one of them can teach Sullivan the next step he needs to take. Vic and Andy see a terrifying and tragic case with Ross, in which the victim of racial profiling must be defended. The Station 19 team is doing everything in their power to preserve as much of Meredith Grey's home as possible in this episode of Grey's Anatomy, which picks up where the previous episode left off. Jack settles in at the empty firehouse without realizing that Maya is unconscious from her accident in the previous episode at the nearby gym. Jack enters the gym after some time and sees Maya. Before rushing to assist Maya, he gives it another look. He carries her to his car, which he immediately takes her to Grey Sloan. When Beckett answers the phone, she is not pleased to see Chief Ross. Brass informs Beckett that she is concerned about Beckett's management style and has been receiving criticism. Beckett immediately believes that Maya is the one bringing the complaint, but Ross explains that she has been receiving numerous complaints about Beckett withdrawing from calls. Ross offers Beckett help with her mental health, but he stops her and tells her that he's fine. When Travis says that he told Elite to leak the Dixon tale, Ben is shocked. While defending his actions, Travis acknowledges that they were unethical, but he is unsure of how to get rid of Dixon. Ben warns him that this could put the crew in danger, especially in Crisis 1, and goes against everything Travis said he stood for. After Ben accuses him of carefully following Dixon, Travis responds by promising to inform Eli that they cannot move forward with the plan. Andy and Vic arrive at the scene to find a black teenager being restrained by 3 police officers. They admit that he immediately fled while they waited for Andy and Vic to arrive when they found him on the street after receiving a call about suspicious activity. He had been restrained by them. Vic persuades the officer to lay down her weapon. Travis tells Eli to change his mind about his actions. Ben overhears the conversation as he leaks the news and doesn't seem to have forgotten why Travis decided to share the information in the first place. Travis and Ben are stopped by 3 elderly women who enter the firehouse and inform them that they require assistance. Judith, one of the women, raises her wrists while being held in supple handcuffs. They explain that they are participating in a scavenger hunt to win a cruise and that the handcuffs are on Judith. Maya wakes up at Grey Sloan, where Jack and Teddy assist her in comprehending everything. Jack promises to remain by her side until Karina arrives, even though Karina is operating when Maya calls for her. Vic and Andy finally manage to persuade the police to let the man go so they could help him. The young person claims that he went to the store to buy butter, but that he became extremely anxious and fled when the police kept getting closer. Vic makes contact with a police liaison for assistance and walks over to a location where the officers cannot hear him. She informs me that this contact has been transferred to Crisis 1 after he and Andy agree that the child does not require sedation. Jack must inform Karina that Maya is present when she eventually locates him. Maya assures Karina right away that everything is fine, but Teddy adds that the situation is more complicated than that. Karina responds that Maya has been working out a lot when Teddy asks if she has recently been injured at work or overexerted. Karina is reassured by Maya that nothing unusual has occurred and that she does not need to be present because everything is in order. Ben, Travis, Beckett, Sullivan, and the women's roster are sorted. They want Sullivan to take a picture of them without a shirt because firefighters are the subject of all of their merchandise. One of the women insists that they must win this for themselves in order to obtain the photos they acquire, despite Sullivan's observation that it seems odd to enter and request a picture. Karina tells Maya angrily that she needs to go back to work and denies her requests for release. Donnie, one of the diabetic women, has trouble standing, so Sullivan takes her to the kitchen to eat. Jack admits to Karina that he thought Maya had passed away when he first discovered her. He was unable to cope with the loss of another member of his family and could not stop thinking about Dean. Andy is holding the child while Dixon flees when Andy tries to bring the child back in. Ross and Vic stand between the officers and their tasers as he experiences a panic attack and they attempt to calm him down. Theo arrives and informs them that Ben is disappointed in Travis for his mistake. Judith asks Travis why he's upset, and Travis responds by asking the women who had previously refused to talk about Shirley who she is. They had a disagreement with one of their bridge club friends, according to Judith, but given everything they've been through, they think they'll all eventually get along. Ross quickly stops Dixon from trying to talk down to her. Ross warns them that if they don't back down, they'll have to play hard. For the benefit of the guys at the firehouse, the ladies put on a fashion show, so Dixon chooses to take the difficult path rather than the straightforward one. Andy tells the police that only groceries are in the child's backpack. Ross tells Dixon to stop right now and warns him that if he continues, a woman in the window behind them will record the incident and make him the talk of the neighborhood. This eventually leads Dixon to issue a command to his troops to dismount, but even then, he must repeatedly yell at them before they listen. She tells Danny how much she needs to win this contest and how her friends are giving everything they have during the hunt this year. She reveals that she recently lost her 60-year-old husband and has had breathing issues ever since, as Sullivan reassures him that she will be fine. When she tells him that she owes it to herself and her deceased spouse to continue living, she breaks down in tears. No one else should be able to see the images. Donnie assures them that they will be deleted when Sullivan tells them. Travis helps Sullivan and shares the humiliation with him when he arrives. Shirley then shows up at the location. She claims that Judy had called to inform her of the spell and had gone to get Donnie's medication. Shirley says that she is still upset, but she makes fun of the women and gets her own photo opportunity. Karina and Teddy inform Maya that they would like to commit her for a few days because they are concerned about her health. Maya refuses to accept it and immediately flees. Maya tries to flee after Karina says she will put her on hold for 72 hours. When she tells him that she owes it to herself and her deceased spouse to continue living, she breaks down in tears. No one else should be able to see the images. Donnie assures them that they will be deleted when Sullivan tells them. Travis helps Sullivan and shares the humiliation with him when he arrives. Shirley then shows up at the location. She claims that Judy had called to inform her of the spell and had gone to get Donnie's medication. Shirley says that she is still upset, but she makes fun of the women and gets her own photo opportunity. Karina and Teddy inform Maya that they would like to commit her for a few days because they are concerned about her health. Maya refuses to accept it and immediately flees. Maya tries to flee after Karina says she will put her on hold for 72 hours. Teddy warns her that she might die if she leaves and anything else happens to her. Maya gets scared and fights back, but Karina says she will restrain her if she keeps fighting. Karina's behavior is compared to that of her brother's death by Maya, who asserts that Karina is not acting in love. Maya tells Karina that she gave her a room because she loved her, but now things are out of control. Maya informs Karina that if she leaves the room, they are finished. Karina would rather lose Maya while she is still alive than lose her after she exhausts herself. As Karina heads out, Maya yells at her. Vic and Andy return the child to his mother, who hugs them after hearing what happened to her son, despite struggling to control her emotions. The following day, as the team gets ready, Beckett tells them what happened to Maya. Despite his lack of confidence, Jack reassures them that she will be fine despite their collective panic. Ross asks Jack if he would be willing to cover for Maya while she is on vacation. Travis and Ben meet with the Union firefighters. Travis offers his apologies for being late to the previous gathering, but he promises to always be there if they are supportive of him. In an effort to get to know Jack's sister better, she verbally vomits when she arrives at the firehouse. Together, they go out to eat. Meredith's children had given Andy biscuits as a thank you for saving their home from fire when she got to the fire station. Meredith extends her sincere gratitude to Andy once more as she allows the kids to board the vehicle. Travis apologizes to Ben and assures him that everything is fine. Vic informs everyone of a new publication that recently reported on the story of Dixon's domestic dispute. Eli told Travis that he would kill the tale because Donnie had been married to the military for 30 years, which shocked Travis.